Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Weston Super Mare. I've got a couple of days off work. I'd like to say they're well earned, but everyone that knows me will disagree. But thankfully, I've got the weather on my side. So the reason I'm doing a very quick video today is because with a couple of days off, and Mrs. Weston Super Motovlog has got a couple of days off, we thought we'd pop into town this morning, have a little sit down, have a breakfast and a coffee on the seafront, and enjoy the great weather. And you know what? We spend so much of our time complaining about where we live, because this time of year it's full of holiday makers and you can't get a parking space, and obviously it's different now at the moment, but you know, you tend to have a negative view of the own place where you live. However, we thoroughly enjoyed it. The sun's out, and I thought I'd come down, do a little bit of an observational video of what's going on. And I apologise if there's a bit of wind noise going on at the moment. It's purely because I've got to have the visor up. It's so hot. I think it's touching something like 27 degrees at the moment, which is 54, about 82, 83 in old money. But yeah, I thought I'd have a little ride down, show off the sights in this glorious afternoon. I've just given the bike a quick polish. This is Weston Seafront. That there used to be, I mentioned in a previous video, an old sea life centre, but it's actually been done up now, and I believe it's going to be an indoor crazy golf site and a cafe and restaurant, which will be brilliant, because that will attract people to the seafront and bring more money and revenue into the town. As you can see, it's busy, but it's nicely segregated. There's plenty of social distancing going on. People are being sensible, and you've got to bear in mind that it is a Tuesday. I have to say that when we came down on Sunday, on Bank Holiday Monday, when we came down, it was not quite so quiet. It was very busy. The beach was absolutely packed, and there's a few people out there now, but there's enough space to move around. We've got the Western Eye. Never been on it. Not interested in heights. There's Weston's bike park, completely free if you ever come down. Help yourself, chain it up. There's always space there. We've got a brilliant selection of decent restaurants and cafes on the front. As much ice cream as you can drink. And if you like fish and chips, you're in your element. We have the occasional seagull go past as well. Just watch those, because they tend to enjoy the chips too. I think I might have just been shat on there. We've obviously got Weston Pier. We've got the old pavilion site on the front, which is now taken over by Weston College and Weston University. Just there, as you can see, you've got Nightstone Island, which is not really an island, but it's used to have the old Weston swimming baths on there actually, but that's now been turned into luxury flats and apartments. There are a couple of cafes on there as well, and the views are spectacular, especially on days like this. And these on the seafront are all restaurants and hotels, so if you ever want to stay in Weston, you've got plenty of places. They're all hotels at the back there. We've got a water park which has no water in. And like I say, these are all bed and breakfast hotels with restaurants attached to them. And that's a great cafe in there, Stones. Dog friendly too. And that is the view of Weston from the other side, or at least the seafront of Weston. Weston's actually quite a big place. We've got the pier there, which is great. It is open now as well, which is nice. If I just put my side stand down a sec. And that ship there, or boat, actually sails over to a little island that you may have seen in the previous video. I'll just put a quick picture up of it, called Steep Home, which is a sanctuary for birds and wildlife, and that goes over during the summer. Yeah, but that's Weston seafront. So we'll have a quick spin round. We'll go up a little bit further around the seafront now. So a lot of these now on this side have been turned into student accommodation, residential flats, but there are a few hotels still available, and you've got some walking areas, park areas. And this is the older end now, which has got some amazing architecture. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to get an awful lot of love these days. It's a bit out of the way and gets left a little bit, which is a real shame. And it's very quiet, which is very nice. So I'm just going to do a cheeky little manoeuvre. Park the bike here. And that is kind of the end of the Weston seafront. And this is Burnbeck Island and Burnbeck Pier, which is actually the only island that is connected to the mainland in Great Britain by a pier. Useless information there, but information nonetheless. And as I've said previously, it's completely derelict. You can't get on there, which is devastating. The worst thing about it is, because it's so interesting and completely closed off, there's a little land bridge just over there. You might be able to see it underneath the pier, that when it's low tide, very low tide, you can actually walk across. However, when you get over there, if you didn't know, the tide in this area is the second fastest moving tide in the world. So by the time you've got there, the tide's already coming back in and people get stranded out there. They then rush back to try and get back with low tide, but halfway across they tend to get stuck, and that's why the Coast Guard quite regularly is called out to save people from just being inquisitive. And I think it's a shame, because if people just opened it up, made the pier section safe, which, okay, it would cost money, but you could make that money back because people would pay to go across, make the other side some sort of historical site and charge people to go on and have a look round, put a couple of, you know, museum sections over there that people can go and read about the history of it, you'd make your money back tenfold in the first year. But unfortunately everyone is just a little bit up against it, because there's arguments over who owns it, which is frustrating for everyone that sort of wants it to be back on the regeneration system. But anyway, enough of that. Right, have a good one, you guys. I'm going to leave you to it. Alright, I'm going to leave you with this cracking picture, and I will catch you on the flip side. Take care.